Sawadee krab, welcome to today's episode of Thailand at Large. I'm Wachara Swai Sanyakon. Stoon is a small and quiet province in the south of Thailand. And when people think of Stoon, they usually think of white sandy beaches and blue sea. But in the middle of that beautiful blue sea, you can find really local and fascinating lifestyle that is just waiting to be discovered. So that's going to be my trip today. Let's go to Stoon. So our journey today begins by taking this boat, and we're going to two destinations. First is that island that you see in the distance over there, that's Got Yao Island. And next, after that, we'll be going to Got Puyu, which is a district in Stoon. So let's get our day started. So our journey to Got Yao will take approximately about 20 minutes, and we departed from the port, which is the opening port in Stoon. The port also serves as a place to go to Langkawi in Malaysia as well, and there are several ferries and boats that go to Malaysia in a day, and that takes about an hour to get to Langkawi. So we're very, very close to Malaysia at the very southern part of Thailand. And just to show you how close we are to Malaysia, that island in the distance right there, which you can see pretty clearly, is Langkawi. So you can see that it's within a short reach from here. And if you go just past this bit here, you're already in Malaysian waters. So we are so close to just being outside of Thailand now. Okay, well, we've made it. That was actually a very short journey, just under 20 minutes, I'd say. And you can see that, well, this is mainly a Muslim population island. You can see a mosque right there. So a lot of the people who live on this island obviously follow and practice Islam. You see a lot of houses on stilts just along the coast here. So you don't see like the sandy beaches, at least not on this side. A lot of boats are also parked just off the coast as well, and you can see that they have English letters and numbers on them so that they can go into Malaysia, because a lot of these boats do go back and forth between Thailand and Malaysia. Well, here we are. We're really at the border of Thailand and Malaysia here. To my right, this is Thailand. You see the port of Stoon on this side, but on my left, you still see two islands that belong to Thailand, but further in the distance, then that's Malaysia. That strip of land over there is actually Malaysian mainland, Kuala Lumpur, which is actually a very important port city in Malaysia. It's a big city that's situated close to us. Well, from the pier where we docked, we walked through a small street, which seems to be the main part of the community here on this island. The island overall is a small island with only about 1,000 people living on it. 95% work as fishermen here. And when we walk through the community, it seems like a pretty quiet place. And that's because most of the people are out there in the sea, just working for the day at the moment. You do have a lot of visitors who come here, mostly from Malaysia, mostly because it's close, the proximity draws the people here, but also the way of life of the Thai people on this island draws them, and also the food as well. The people here, their language, well, they're bilingual mostly. Their first language is Malayu, and Thai is actually their second language. So I see that a lot of people do mix it up between Malayu and Central Thai, which is quite interesting. If you talk to an older generation person, maybe they won't speak Thai at all, but most of the people do switch back and forth between the two.
Some evidence discovered on the island suggested that the first group who lived here was not Muslims. It was, however, Chinese people who occupied the area and built houses, especially when they collected taxes from cargo ships and sent them to the former ruler of Satun. The old customs house still appeared on Got Yao. Although Chinese people no longer live here today, there are still some graves where descendants from many different places will come back and pay homage every year. I take a shortcut along the shoreline to the community on the other side to enjoy the view of surrounding areas. The guide persuades me to stop at this pond. He also tells me about the history here.
Well, we've come across a well here which dates back all the way to the Second World War when the Japanese was residing on this island and they dug this well. This well is considered somewhat sacred by the locals, meaning that they believe that whoever washes their face or drink from this well, whatever they wish for, their wish would come true. And the thing is that they would have to get the water with their hand to make this wish happen. You see, this well, the water level might not be very high now because we're in the dry season, but it does come up considerably in the rainier or wetter seasons.
I have been recommended by the guide to visit the beach and admire these beautiful stones dating back several million years. This is the natural wonder in Satun, which was acclaimed for its remarkable geography. The province has recently been announced by UNESCO as a Satun Geopark.
I'm at this bay on Got Yao, which is quite special because behind me here, you see that these rocks are kind of a burgundy red color. And that's quite special because Satun, the province, is known for its geological rock formation that's been forming over several different eras. And it's got rocks from all these different eras on the same island. And because of that, it's been declared a geopark.
My journey starts in Got Yao and ends in Got Puyu, which are not located very far.
Okay, so onward from Got Yao, we are now traveling to Got Puyu, which is a larger island than Got Yao by about twice the size, and the population is also about twice the size as well. There are over 2,000 people living on this island. They're all Muslims, and like Got Yao, most of them work as fishermen. So let's go and see what this island is like.
Puyu is a small sub-district in Satun and shares borders with Malaysia. Due to its topography of islands, arriving by boat is the only way to visit here. Kok Puyu is the place where a small community can be found. It's located adjacent to the mangroves on the Andaman Sea, among pure nature, and is surrounded by mountains. The locals here live a simple life. Most people in the community have still been engaging in small-scale fishing occupations like their ancestors did.
Well, this is just some of their catch of the day that they came back with from this morning. So as I see right in front of me now, I have like different kinds of crabs that are separated into different baskets. Got the tiger crabs here, blue crabs in this basket there, and then the ones that he's holding up, that's gang or mantis shrimp. So all the mantis shrimp are kept in a separate area, beyond this plank here.
Each fisherman will capture marine animals every day and put them up for sale here before they will be sent to markets in the city. This clearly proves the abundance in this ocean. Our first destination in Kok Puyu is to see the local cooking methods. Of course, this will be my lunch.
Well, this is the part that I'm most excited about because this is the kitchen where my lunch is going to be made. And these lovely ladies are going to show me how to make a local dish called Gang Tom Mat, which is a seafood curry. So, in front of me are the ingredients. First and foremost, you've got the curry paste, the spices that are ground and mixed together in here. So I've got in this chili, garlic, shallot, cumin, among other things. Coconut milk is what gives it the fragrant taste. And also there's some fresh shallot, chopped garlic, and a local leaf that I haven't seen before called Bai Bor Le. So I'm looking forward to seeing what that tastes like. And of course, the meaty part is the fish. So let's take it away and see how it's made.
After we finish cooking Tom Mat curry, it's time for a dessert. These ladies are making a local dessert, which are quite rare today. Let's look at the making process.
She's going to show me how to make a traditional dessert for this community called Chu Chot Yao Wo, which is in the shape of a lotus. I think it translates to something like lotus flower, and you can see why. So the batter here on the left is made from two different types of flour, water, and two different types of sugar. And a pinch of salt, of course, for good measure. So you can see it's puffing up now in the middle, and the sides are also rising a little bit in ridges. I can see why they think it looks like a lotus flower.
Finally, it's time for my wonderful lunch in Kok Puyu.
Well, lunch is ready and look at what we have in front of me. This is an absolute feast. Okay, I'm very lucky. It's not every day that I get to have fresh seafood, Muslim food on an exotic island like this. So let me just go over what we have. So we've got steamed mantis shrimp here, like the fresh ones that we saw earlier, steamed crab, and these are clams. This is a local salad made with clams and different spices, tomatoes, shallot. And then right over there is turmeric fried fish. And then what we saw being made fresh for me earlier is the gang tau met. Well, after my stomach is filled from that scrumptious, amazing seafood lunch, I'm going to go around the island for a bit of a tour because I hear that there are quite a few things that I should definitely not miss while I'm on this island. So, this is my vehicle for the tour, the sidecar. Well, the first stop on my sidecar tour is the Sunset Bridge, which is where I'm standing. This bridge is relatively newly constructed, but it reaches out about 100 meters into the sea. And here you have a great viewpoint. You can see Langkawi Island, that's the big one up in this direction. Satun Province and the pier is that strip of land that you see. But you also see some of the other famous islands as well, such as Koh Lipe in the distance over there and the Tarutao National Park Islands also in the background. Well, of course, it's called the Sunset Bridge because it's a fantastic place to get a picture of the sunset. So many people come here in the evening just to relax and get that shot. It's also known among the locals as the selfie bridge because, well, you know, nowadays when people come to a nice place with a nice view, they take selfies.
After immersing myself in the atmosphere of the bridge, I continue the journey by sidecar, heading towards the village.
Well, the next stop on my Around the Island tour is to see how these local snacks are made. These are called simpoi kasi, but in Thai the locals are calling it spring rolls. But you can see that they're shaped not like the straight spring rolls, they're actually tied like a ribbon. So let's go and see what they're made of and how they're made.
The first step in the process of these local snacks is to stir-fry fish, lemongrass, shallot, and sugar together. Then place them on a small dough sheet. We'll wrap and tie each sheet in a ribbon-like shape before frying to ensure a crispy exterior in the final step. The housekeeper said, these snacks are becoming so popular among outside markets that the production has failed to meet demand. I continue my journey again, heading towards the port, where itinerary starts for the last destination in Koh Buyu today. I left the village on a boat ride, traveling upstream along the canal, which is part of the Thale Ban National Park. I'm overly amused by the beauty of pure natural atmosphere and the scenery full of mangroves and peculiar shaped limestone mountains. In quite a short time, we've come to the highlight of our trip today.
So these guys are just bringing the kayaks down to the water now because we're going to start to explore by kayaks, which is a much better way to go than these big boats. You can go to so many more places with those little kayaks. Okay, we're about to go through what's the highlight of this island. It's actually a small tunnel, a short tunnel that is underneath the limestone cliff. So I'm about to go through it now. The tide is low, so that's not a problem. That actually gives us a nice opening to go through. So you can see I'm going underneath the cliff right now, and I can see all these stalactites that are just hanging down from the ceiling of the cliff.
The limestone mountain, blocking canals, has a small channel of approximately 30 meters in length, allowing your boat to pass under from one side to the other. This is the sculpture, naturally endowed with authentic beauty. Today, I try so hard to keep as many beautiful pictures as possible in memory. Once again, this impressive journey makes me feel like it's worth the travel a long distance here. Of course, I have promised myself that I will come back to the most beautiful realm of Satun someday.
Our trip today has made me see that Ston is not only brimming with beautiful nature, but it's also filled with the local way of life that is really charming. So, when you come to Ston, I hope you won't miss a visit to Got Buyu, because you will definitely go back with some wonderful memories. We've come to the end of the program for today, but I hope to catch you again next time. For today though, สวัสดีครับ